Hi, I'm Megan with Heart, Mind, Soul, Strength, and this is vlog number 3, preparation. So while I was getting ready for today's video, I started looking up the definition of the word preparation, and Google gave me 3 that really stood out to me. The first is the process of being made ready for consideration or for use. The second is something done to plan for an event or an undertaking. And the third is being made special for use. And these 3 just really resonated with where I am in life right now, and I'm sure will continue to no matter what stage of life I'm in. But the first one, it just really reassured me that being made ready is a process, that God has made me exactly how I am, and that He didn't make a mistake. Not to say that I'm perfect by any means, because of my own choices, I'm broken. And He's still taking that time to mold me and heal me. And that's a process that happens over the course of every single day. So He has a promise that each day His mercies are made new. And it's come up quite a bit lately that, among my friends anyways, of being a sunrise versus sunset person. And I found that I really love sunrises because it's a beautiful reminder that His promise is that His mercy is made new every day. So we should be giving ourselves that same kind of mercy and grace and forgiveness, because we are going to make these mistakes. And while I have made mistakes before and do every day, I get to try again with His support and His love backing me the whole way. And it's all a part of the process of Him making me ready to be used for things so far beyond me, so far beyond this company. He didn't just all of a sudden ask me to start put marketing and events. He didn't throw me into vlogging. He has been preparing me for this all of my life, even though I didn't realize it. I mean, I thought I was going to be a child psychologist, and here I am with my mom partnering for put marketing and events. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Even the days where it is so hard and feels like I'm not prepared or not ready to face the challenges, He's showing me that there's a resilience there that only He breeds. And that His way is higher than my own. I mean, I don't have the means to have this company starting or for vlogging, and doesn't mean I won't make mistakes along the way, but it's all a part of the process of learning. And that's something I do love. I will forever be a student learning, and it's my prayer to always be humble enough to learn. And I love that He doesn't just expect us to be ready for it. He breaks it down into such small steps so that with each step that we take, it's a step forward, we're learning, and we're ready for the next one. And my therapist broke it down in such an awesome way that I could understand. She said that if He just gave us the the final destination right here, that we would try to find every shortcut possible to it. And I know that is me. But because He put small steps along the way, we can get there and be prepared for it. If we were to just jump ahead to that destination without taking all of these steps, then we might get there and not be ready for it and may not be able to handle it. And she even went as far as to say it could crush us, which is true, because when He calls us to do big things, they are big, bigger than us. And we could easily crush under that kind of pressure, kind of task. That's part of the prayer of wanting to live a life that does not make sense without God. The second definition about doing something to prepare for an event or an undertaking, well, hello, put marketing and events. That's what we constantly are doing. We are always coming together to plan for an event. So to really set a strong foundation, we have to take that time to sit and to prepare and map it out. What are our goals? What do we want this to look like, feel? How do we want it to feel and taste and smell? All the things. And to do that, we have to be prepared. So just like we are very detail oriented with our events, We should be carrying this into our personal lives. What does that look like? Well, we'll start with our finances. How are we using the money we receive? Do we budget it out? Are we building our savings? Are we using it to bless others? I'll be honest that budgeting has not been my strong suit in my personal life. And I'm a therapeutic shopper. Even though God has done amazing things to heal that brokenness in me from therapeutic shopping and clinging to material things, I know that I have to be aware because given the right circumstances, I could go right back into it. Even though He has healed me from, even though God has done amazing things to heal me from that brokenness of materialistic ways, I know that given the right circumstances, I could go right back into those and bust that wound wide open, and that's not where I want to be. So Financial Peace University is something that I keep staying in, and that's a program developed by Dave Ramsey, and it's an amazing concept. It breaks down budgeting and financial planning into small, simple steps that you can follow no matter where you are, and it leads to financial freedom and wealth. Not so that I can shop my way through life, but so that I can bless others extravagantly. Meal prep is a part of this as well, mapping out healthful recipes, what is needed for each dish, and buying only from that grocery list. So through that, I've saved myself way more time and money because as soon as I fill a meal prep, it's all over. I reach for whatever is convenient and spend way more throwing off my healthful living and my budget. So slowing down to take a few hours, I spend meal prepping each week. Sets my week up for success. In videos to come, we'll start learning about what meal prep looks like without it being a salad every single day, and how to keep it on a budget while maintaining healthful foods in your fridge. And the third definition from Google, the one talking about being made special for something, that to me is also reassuring that God has made me special and unique for something specific. It's a specific purpose that I have. No one else was created for my purpose, and I wasn't created for any of your purposes. Notice that I do say purposes as a plural, not singular. I don't want to be anything else, but it's just that I get to see other lives, and it's hard when we all live in this world of social media. We see the best of people and their lives, and it's a big bragging tool, honestly. But we don't get to see the hurt and the pain and the serious things that each and every individual goes through. So if I get wrapped up in trying to be someone else, I want to be just like this person. One, I'm living a miserable life. And two, I'm missing the purpose He so specially made me to carry out. And going back to multiple purposes, there's so much that I want to do and I'm being called to do. I know this, and God's given me a glimpse of some of the things to come, even though I don't know exactly what they're going to look like. So that's why I have to focus on one step at a time before I can move to the next, because I get so excited that I want to jump to the big tasks and skip all the little steps. But I'm learning that as I do that, I also run the risk of not being prepared, and have done that quite a bit before and fallen on my butt. And it doesn't mean that I should be afraid to fail, because that's where a lot of learning does happen and great ideas come from. But the more preparation I can do, the more I'm following God's steps, the better off I'm going to be when those big times come. Our community group recently discussed Martha and Mary, two sisters in the Bible, and I realized how much I resonate with Martha. Martha is seen opening her doors to guests, preparing the food, making sure they're comfortable, and when hard times comes, she is still doing the same thing. She stays busy, just constantly going. And I'm a doer like that, not sitting around and crying about it when hard times come. And it might be to the point that it's too much, where I'm not processing and dealing with the emotions and the thoughts in a healthy way. But it just goes to show later in that story that even Jesus slows down. When he was urgently called to save Lazarus, whom he loved just like a brother, he stayed exactly where he was for 2 days. He could have gone right then and healed Lazarus' sickness, but what more of an impact did he make because he brought Lazarus back from the dead rather than saving someone from a sickness? He slowed down because he knew that the people who were going to witness that needed to see it in order to believe in him. And I just love that Jesus didn't rush. I think we get caught in our rushes way too much, and it doesn't call us to be prepared. That's how we forget phones and keys, and we lose things, and we show up to that meeting less than prepared than we wanted to be, and it just stresses us out even more and just becomes one big cycle over and over again. So this is a major part of my goal, to live a life that does not make sense without God. I could live the usual life of rushing around to get everything done that I've overcommitted to, and often find myself in that situation. But why not slow down and do fewer things really well and maybe actually enjoy them? Just a thought. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button below and hit the bell so that you will not miss a single notification, especially as we start to release some recipes coming up soon.